Welcome back to another fantastic GlitchFeed podcast, your source for everything gaming.
Are we actually live?
It's got a delay, but it's gonna start as soon
Yep.
as we press
Uh,
record, so they're gonna hear whatever we say.
yeah, Restream's going.
Yeah, we're
Yep.
good. So it was working before, but it was just streaming to the wrong location.
Whoops.
Whoops! I'm Sarah, and I'm joined by my most
Hi.
favoritist co-host Troy.
Hi. Oh, I'm your favoritist?
Hmm.
Oh, it's so nice of you.
You're
Yeah.
my only
Yeah.
co-host.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say it's more. The barefaced and childlike Troy right now.
You have a nice glow to you.
I do. I have a backlight thing going now. I actually tried to set up a green screen like the other day, and it didn't work out.
You have to like point the light at the green screen
Yeah,
itself.
I gotta get some extra lighting to go
Yeah,
with it.
that's what I was reading. I was reading about there. Someone said that it's like if you don't, excuse my squeakiness. If you don't, it like is automatically gonna appear like spacey with all the grain.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Like I messed with like backlighting with the actual like natural light as well as moving some lamps around, but it was fun. It was a little streaming thing.
That's
So
good.
yeah,
So that's cool.
it's a work in progress.
Right, I'm gonna start the game.
Don't start the game.
No,
Don't hang on, just a minute.
I'm not gonna start the game.
My computer's a little freaking out right now. So
All right, guys. So as you can see, we're not playing Rust as originally planned. We are playing Killing Floor because we realized that it'd be like a whole stream of me trying to find Troy and Troy trying to find me. So
yeah, so we'll do that some other time. Probably just streaming it with the two of us or something.
yeah, just
Um,
maybe a Saturday, just a
yeah,
Rust
something
stream
like
for
that.
fun. We could do that. We could do that sometime. I think we should do like a whole stream Saturday.
Yeah,
Not really just podcasting, just sitting around talking, shooting the shit,
yeah,
all that fun
that'd be cool.
stuff.
We'll do that. We'll do that and play Rust where we have like more time, rather than trying to do it while also talking about video games.
Yeah, we could do that with the multiple games. We could do that with Don't Starve Together as well, and a
Hmm.
few other games. But today, we are playing Killing Floor 2 for fun, and then we also are going to be talking about going through the list of all the big releases for certain reasons through 2015. So we're going to go through, talk about it. A lot of the stuff we experienced, we played, we covered, and we'll just kind of go through that and let you guys know what we thought about it, kind of the perception, go down memory lane, because there were some games that I forgot came out in 2015, and I
Yeah,
forgot all the coverage we did. For example, the
yeah,
Evolve beta.
yeah. Before we do that, a bit of housekeeping. You're gonna do the list, right? And I'll watch the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's
I
that
mean,
was
I'm,
all.
I'm, I'm glancing at chat too, but I got the list in front of me.
Okay, so I
So
don't have that many
I will
eyes
gently
on
lead us
screens.
through this maze, which is the 2015 releases. Which
Cool.
the only issue is it might be a little difficult to follow both the chat and the list while we're playing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you
So,
look at the list. I'll have the chat up, and then that'll be fine.
okay, bye chat.
Sorry. I'll be watching chat, guys.
I'm legitimately
Haha.
just gonna minimize you. I know. She's gone. Thank
Just
goodness.
just me, guys.
I don't even need that much room for this list. Let me move
Okay.
it in a little. Okay,
Now
so
I'm ready to start.
ready to start the game? All right. So while we're starting this game, I'll go through and I'll start the online. This is the first time Troy's played Killing Floor, and we'll talk about this a little later.
Yeah. About
Because
Killing
this
Floor.
released a little bit later, Killing Floor 2. Yeah, but first we'll start about Evolve and specifically the beta. Because we all got access to the beta for Evolve when it originally came out in like January?
Yeah, I think the beta was in was it the beta in January?
January, February. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the beta was January and then the game came out in February. But
Yeah, you're gonna hate me, but
yeah.
I can't tab back into Killing Floor.
Are you using windowed mode?
I thought maybe. No.
No. You might want to
No.
fix that.
Well,
All right, well,
it's a little late now.
it's okay. I can leave.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, so Evolve was early this year, but it really had a really lackluster and crappy launch, it seems like.
It
Um,
did. There was a lot of excitement when they showed it off. I think at like the PlayStation, not even the PlayStation Experience, but like the conference in like October, November.
Gamescom?
Gamescom. Yeah, I think Gamescom's where they showed their interesting trailer where it was like, "Hey, this is a 3v1 or 4v1 game and it's all crazy and everyone loves it. It's going to be lots of fun."
Well, it
And
had so much promise. It was a cool idea of the 4v1 combat that was, the kind of, but while also controlling the kind of the big monster.
are
It
you
had a lot
playing
of press around
Fallout
it.
right now?
I had Fallout running and then launched Killing Floor 2, which was part of my computer problems. It's not dwell on what I'm doing with my life.
Maybe you should close Fallout.
I did,
Okay, just checking.
think.
Um,
Yeah, I did.
we played it, and we played it as a group, and it was okay. I don't think we even played it as a group. I think I played it a little bit on my own because I think I got on into it. But it was
Yeah.
one of those games where it's just like I think you got in the alpha, I got in the beta. We all got in the alpha. I did the beta again.
I passed up the beta.
Yeah,
I didn't even want to do the beta.
yeah. And it was okay. I think it was like it was interesting, but they started releasing a lot of like you have to pay DLC for an extra monster and an extra class, and it just seemed really kind of extreme. And then suddenly we played Dying Light be the monster, and that completely
Yeah.
changed it because that was I remember we said specifically that this is so much better than Evolve in
It
terms of
was
the
everything Evolve like
dynamics.
should have been almost. It was way more fun than Evolve. I can't fucking play Killing Floor. I don't know what the deal is here. It keeps minimizing on me.
Why
Oh, because
not?
Fallout 4 is still running.
Why are you still fucking playing Fallout 4?
I wasn't. It was just running in the background. It's just a thing that it does
Oh my
sometimes.
god.
Listen, I'm sorry. I I'm having Steam is having all kinds of problems right now.
So Dying Light, we played
Dying
Be
Light.
the Monster. I still haven't really played much with it, but they did a really good job of just kind of introducing that dynamic and then in single player having people jump in and join games. Like monsters suddenly show up in your single player. And they just recently talked about a DLC release,
The following is
the
coming
following.
pretty soon, I think. Actually,
And they have this whole like platinum levels or like these like special levels that they're releasing to everyone. So they're doing the
yeah.
right thing in terms of like introducing DLC that is not just an extra character, but a map that's like 10 times as big as the main game.
It's big open world. It's actually more like open countryside. There's a car you can drive around and stuff. So, but no, that they did a great job with Dying Light actually. As much as I hated Dead Island and talking about Dead Island, they did an amazing job with motherfuck.
What happens?
I can't. It keeps. No, I got it. Never mind. We're good.
I don't know why you're having so much trouble with this.
It just keeps minimizing.
Why? Is
I
Fallout
don't
still
know.
open?
What do you mean why? I don't know why. I
Control Alt
don't know.
Delete, see what your processes are.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Killing Floor. You
Gee,
were working just fine a second ago. They did a great job with it. I feel like that was what Dead Island 2, 3, whatever one that got canceled.
should I
Like really
start this game
could have.
without you?
No, just we'll keep vamping for a little while I
Okay.
figure this shit.
All right. So, because we have a lot to go over, I'll just push
Yeah.
the next one. IDARB.
Oh God, fucking IDAR.
Let's talk IDARB. But I didn't get it because I
IDAR.
don't have IDARB.
I can.
I don't have
Because I
Xbox.
played the fuck out of it. It's actually my fiance's and I's one of our favorite games on console to play because it's so easy to play and addicting, and it's I don't know. It's a perfect multiplayer experience where it's just centered around jump in the game, simple mechanics, and you're good to go. And it's a lot of fun. Probably one of my favorite multiplayer games of the year. I would almost say. And it's even better the more people you get in. So you get 3 and 3 and 4 and 4. It gets just even more chaotic.
I don't have this on my list, but it's kind of like the indie games like Duck Game 2, which is very simple mechanics,
Yeah.
simple graphics. Anyone can pick it up and play. Constant action going on, and it's just competitive as hell, and it makes it a lot of fun. Like it's not competitive in your face stuff, but it kind of is a little bit fun. Towerfall Ascension also is like that.
We actually played a lot of Towerfall recently after we got it
The
in the
bundle.
little the bundle. Yeah, the monthly bundle. And it's like, another one of those kind of couch multiplayer games are a lot of fun when you have
People to play.
people to play with. The issue with iDarb is you can play multiplayer online, but you can only play it with people like locally. Like so you can do 2v2 online, but you can only do it, you know what I mean, like two. You have to have those people with you. You can't make a party to play remotely.
Okay.
It's making sense.
All right.
So,
So moving on
Yeah.
to another thing that Troy picked up that I did not. Kind of a big deal for the Nintendo systems, the 3DS XL, the new 3DS
Yes. Oh,
XL.
you didn't end up picking one up? I thought
Not
you had
yet?
a
No.
3DS XL.
I don't even know where my 3DS is right now.
I have been playing the fuck out of this thing because I was traveling all last week, and this became my lifeblood for 2 weeks basically. Um,
Well, you traveled a lot in the spring as well for work.
yeah,
And that
like
was when you
it
picked it up,
became
the system, and then picked up Fire
Fire Emblem.
Emblem.
God, yeah, it became that became like my favorite thing to do now. It's is when I leave, like I don't worry about having like a phone game or something to play. It's is my DS charged, keeping it charged, and I'm glued to that thing. Um, it's been great. A lot of people kind of ribbed it for being just kind of a weird rehash of the 3DS. Adding the bigger processor. And there's an article recently that kind of broke down. They haven't really done anything with the new 3DS in terms of uh, games specifically built for it. The new Monster Hunter, Binding of Isaac, uh, are
The
really.
the new Monster Hunter also was playable on the old system though.
Was it? I thought
Yeah,
it was only the new
I got
system.
it.
Oh, so yeah, so then even then, like there weren't a lot of exclusives for it. They kind of build it as every game. Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles is the one
Yeah,
that's right. That's
I
new
think
3DS
so.
only.
I think so,
One of
yeah.
those more recent ones is new 3DS only. So they build it as like we're gonna soon you're gonna have to buy one because all the games will end up using it, but it hasn't really been a necessity unless you have amiibos for like Animal Crossing or Smash Brothers. But
Oh, right, that
um,
was it had the Amiibo reader versus the old one where you needed the attachment.
right.
I keep inviting you
So
to this game.
yeah, I know it's I'm figuring this out.
You're no longer in Fallout. That's an accomplishment.
That is an accomplishment. Give me like 2 minutes and
Okay.
it'll be good to
All right.
go.
So the next one, and I'm just gonna keep pushing us through this because the big discussion points are near the end. Obviously,
Yeah.
Star Wall came out.
We ooh, and it also just came out on Xbox One
Right. It came out
recently.
originally for PlayStation 4, and then we
Yep.
saw it at RTX when they were kind of pushing the Wii U.
Yep.
So they introduced the Wii U with the gamepad, and then they just introduced the Xbox One as well. So it slowly kind of pattered from each system. I'm not exactly sure what the Xbox One really does for it, but the Wii U was kind of a big deal because it introduced this extra pad, and they introduced like the bomb mode where you controlled everything with the gamepad and drop bombs.
They
And
don't
once
have that on
Nah,
Xbox.
I didn't think so, but I didn't know if they introduced anything else, which I doubt
No,
they did.
I haven't. Well, I haven't compared it to like the PC version, or I obviously can't compare it to the Wii U version, but um, I think it's just a port of the PC version. But it's
Hmm.
still a lot of fun to play. It's another. I mean, this almost felt like, if not last year, this year definitely the year of these kind of couch games coming, more to the forefront. These indie games really breaking ground with couch co-op.
Right.
I have one. Did you leave it in here? Yes, you did. That we'll talk about way later. That kind of really drives that point home too.
I said it like last year. This is going to be the year of indies, and I think next year as well. Just seeing the PlayStation, PSX, E3, them dedicating a significant amount of time during their conference just to showcase indie games that will be
Hmm.
coming out on the system. It really shows a maturity of the consoles of not just focusing on their own AAA titles or AAA titles of big games, is that they're also saying that indies are a driver of this game. And obviously, like certain indie games that we'll talk about later have sold a lot on the consoles and have been much bigger than some of the big A titles like Batman and everything. So it's
Right.
its own industry, and the consoles are finally embracing that and showcasing that in a very positive way.
I think,
So
and just to just kind of segue on that a little bit, the indies almost feel like the third-party games of yester console years, if you will, where they keep popping up. They're popping up in a lot of, you know, in great numbers, if you will. But these are actually quality games. So you remember, think back to like the Super Nintendo, where everyone was making a game for it, whether it's Mario or Bubsy. Um, they're doing the same now. I think it's just because of how easily accessible the development resources are for it. Basically you program it for the PC and you can put it on a console pretty easily, um, which is great. I think it's great for it's really showing, yeah, as you said, maturity in the console market.
right.
Um,
Um,
so
then
yeah, moving on.
The next one I have that came out, and I'm going in order of chronologically, just kind of to showcase that. Final Fantasy Type Zero, which I made the joke, and this is obviously I haven't played the game yet, despite getting it in like February, is that it was basically the Final Fantasy 15 demo for $60. And the big thing about this was they introduced the demo for the upcoming Final Fantasy game, and then that demo actually got an update, which is the first time a demo title got a complete addition to a game. So it like basically unlocked more of the story in this update. And so a lot of people picked up Type Zero, which was a port from the Vita, just to try this 15 demo, which was a full immersive storyline showcasing the open world and new battle system. It was more than a demo, it was kind of like a snippet, like a short, instead of just like a
Hmm.
10-minute demo. So it was really interesting kind of development. We found out later that 15 was getting redone, but now it's now fully playable throughout the whole game. So they're getting there. Um, but 15 is the
Was the full game playable or the main story playable? I
I
forget what they
think the
said.
main story, but I don't. That doesn't mean that they aren't updating graphics or fixing
Sure, no,
stuff.
yeah, it's just playable.
Yeah, it means they finalized the story,
Yeah,
which was a big deal because they completely removed a character
yeah.
after E3. So that was kind of really crazy. And this game's been in development for like 10 years.
Is that actually set for 2016, or haven't they said yet?
Tentative. I'm assuming it's going to be late 2016.
Just like, have they even said 2016 though?
I think they have.
Okay.
I think they
Oh,
have. Are you ready for this game yet? Because I'm about to start one without you so people can actually watch
yeah. You know
something.
what? Go ahead and start one without me, and I'll jump in on the next one. How long do those last usually?
Like a half an hour.
Uh,
I mean, we've been waiting 15 minutes, so
yeah. Okay. I guess. All right.
I'll do a short one.
Good choice.
Um, so the next one is, did you
I'm
play
reinstalling the
Bloodborne?
game, by the way. What?
Did you
Did I play
play
Bloodborne? No,
Bloodborne?
I don't have a PlayStation.
All right, I didn't play
As
it either.
as
So
made painfully obvious by my PlayStation coverage.
that
It was big. A lot of people were playing it. A lot
it
of
was
people loved
big.
it.
A lot of people loved it. I did not play it either, so we'll just skip that one.
Yeah, let's skip that one.
A big one which I forgot about that came out this year that you can talk about as you install the game. I Am
Yes.
Bread.
Yeah, I am Bread. In the vein of those physics sandboxy games like Goat Simulator, it's the bread simulator. You kind of you're a piece of bread, toast yourself. Everyone's seen it. It's a lot of fun. It kind of pumped up the absurdity level, I think, of games a lot more. Everyone saw like a bread simulator. What the hell are you gonna do with that? And it really kind of made everyone think like, oh yeah, let's. It kind of spawned. I think it spawned like Grass Simulator and all those kind of dumb simulator games for it too. So it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with Iron Bread. And they've been updating and adding new modes all the time. They just added a Goat Simulator mashup. They did something for Star Wars at one point. I forget like when they first announced it. The
Yeah,
new movie.
that was actually crazy because it was like, hey, this is a flying simulator. It didn't even
Yeah,
make sense to the game.
yeah, it became like a space combat sim, and it was like it doesn't even use like the game engine. Like it was totally different. But it was a lot of fun, and they cared a lot about um, the development of it. And obviously, it's their second game after Surgeon Simulator, so they know what they're doing with those kind of absurd but like good, addicting games. Um, and then moving on, speaking of addicting games, I'm doing your segues now. Haha.
It's okay. You can talk about this one too.
Yep. So Kerbal Space Program hit their 1.0 release, their official release. They were no longer in early access. They were in early access for like 3 years. It's been a while, but that was a game that's been developed very methodically. I think everyone's aware of what Kerbal Space Program is. It's a space simulator. You build a rocket ship and launch them into space.
I have a friend who is doing his own kind of like space simulator, and just coding for physics is insanely difficult. Like
It
just
could
the
because it's absolutely so mathematical and precise. It's a real, it's a real thing you can calculate. Is the thrust required to,
right.
based on your mass and um, a lot of people take it very seriously with the plotting of approach vectors and things. I can definitely say for certain I suck at the game to
Me
the
too.
point where I pop in like the infinite fuel debug and just kind of do that, just to have fun with it, because there was no way I would be able to get to some of these planets with like the precision that people are accustomed to. So I love it just to mess around in it. I've seen people who are making ridiculously amazing planes and mechs and landers and things. It's a great science, and it promotes science
It's
and
true.
math for kids, which is important.
It's true.
Um,
So I mean, it was a big game. I played it a little bit later when it was on sale. It's always on sale now. It's a lot of
Console.
fun. If you stream it, a lot of people are gonna show up and tell you what you need to do, because
Yeah,
everyone knows the best way to get it to space, to get to orbit.
yeah, that's why I don't play it on stream because then I'll first everyone will rib me for cheating, which I'm okay with because I don't care. And the other part is they will yell at me for not doing things right. So,
Right.
oh well. So that's Kerbal. Next up is Broken Age, which I just started very recently. I got it in the Double Fine pack,
Oh,
and
nice. That's right,
haven't.
because you also played Psychonauts.
I'm playing a lot of Psychonauts, but it's a good segue for Psychonauts because it was obviously developed by Double Fine. It was kickstarted. This is the one where they had the two-part game, and they had to ask for money for the second part. They way overspent their budget.
Whoops.
Actually, people still waiting for their backer rewards on Kickstarter like a year and a half later or something. Um, so
Which a lot of
so far it's
people, not a lot of confidence in their current Kickstarter because of that.
which is why I brought that up. It's Broken Age so far. It's fun. It's kind of like the kind of point and click adventure game. So a little bit of um, their Grim Fandango kind of influence because they actually developed those old Double Fine like point and click games. Day of the Tentacle. Um, so it plays really nice. It looks beautiful, but yeah, a lot of people are questioning their next Kickstarter, Psychonauts 2, or Kickstarter crowdfunding, Psychonauts 2, because of how damaged the Broken Age Kickstarter ended up being at the end. Um, I mean, yeah. Say what you will about Psychonauts 2. Broken Age turned out to be, in some regard, a very good game.
Not
With all,
everyone can have a very smooth Kickstarter,
yes,
especially in a game developed company where a lot of it hinges not only on the money you earn for Kickstarter, but like, for example, Ukulele. Wasn't
yeah,
that this past year?
that was announced, yeah, and released, not released, but
The
started.
Kickstarter was this year.
Yeah,
That is, they ended up getting a bunch of support from basically a producer.
yeah,
So even with all that money, there's a lot of extra stuff going there. Kickstarter's only like 50% max of
right.
the money in there. And then if that falls through, then you suddenly are like, well, Kickstarter's not going to fund the game to where
Right.
it needs to be. And big companies like Double Fine, if they're asking for money on Kickstarter, aren't going to drop a game that's shit.
Right.
So,
So yeah, that's Broken Age. If you have it, if you see it on sale, I think it's actually on Steam sale. Yeah, it's like
right
six
now.
bucks on Steam right now. Um, it'll be fun. It's got Elijah Wood and Jack Black in it, so that's cool.
Oh,
Uh,
Jack Black is a very, very good voice actor
he's very good.
because it's
So
Jack Black. So the
it is.
next one, which is the first big game of the year that we were hyped about because CD Projekt Red did a lot of good shit for Witcher 3. Spoiler
Yeah,
alert, Witcher 3 came out and we all got it and we
we
all
did.
played it. I didn't play much of it because I was not in an RPG mood. I need to get back into it.
I got about I'd say three-quarters of the way through it before I had other stuff I needed to play.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was a commitment. Witcher's games are always an intense commitment. It's not like a
yeah,
fun like RPG that I'm playing now that I'll talk about later. But the interesting thing about it was they did like 16 weeks of DLC that was free
yeah.
for anyone who got the
The,
game.
the weekly packs, which were pretty awesome. I mean, it was a new way of doing kind of DLC where, they said we're not going to charge you for these skin packs. We'll just pop them out,
And
in a
it
week.
wasn't just skin packs though. It was like, hey, we're giving you an extra chest.
Some quests, new game
Yeah, new
plus,
game plus at the end. Just like
new combat animations, finisher animations. I'm trying to think what else they had.
I don't really remember
Ultimate
because I didn't really pay
costumes.
attention to it much, but I remember the new
I mean,
game plus was
there was
big.
16 of them, and
Yeah.
there's 16 releases, so there was a lot of extra content there. But it was a cool way of doing DLC that a lot of people haven't seen before, and in my opinion, a good example for companies coming up to show a DLC model that works. It keeps people excited about the game after release, keeps people talking about it, and then makes it a good, you kind of show what you've got when you
Yeah.
start pumping out your actual paid DLC
I
later
yeah,
on.
I think their argument was that they weren't going to ever produce DLC that wasn't significant, like the paid DLC, is that they felt that the industry had gotten to that point where, and then they made official statements multiple times that, um, there's this sense of I need to charge for clothing and charge for other stuff. Like they wanted significant DLC would be charged, which ended up being like an extra 30 hours total of the
Hmm.
storyline DLC, and the stuff that wasn't significant that they felt belonged in the game just didn't come out right away. They're like, we can give it to all our players, it doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
they did a really good job about that. I think they win like AAA developer of the year because of just how classy they were and still are after the fact.
Yeah,
So
and they've just released their first big expansion's already out. No, not Heart of Stone. Yeah, Heart of Stone, right?
yeah, I
It's the
think
first
that's
one,
it.
and then the second one is coming out, I think, in 2016 at some point. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's still a game that's being developed and still worked on. It's given them a lot of good press for CD Projekt Red,
Right.
which is
Um,
great.
which is great. Speaking of another game that kind of was really successful and revitalized a lot of things, Splatoon, which, if anyone's been following us for a while, knows how much Justin didn't believe in Splatoon. And I kept pushing, saying this game is gonna make it. And Splatoon ended up being basically one of the major like sellers of the Wii U once again.
Yes, yes, it did. It was. I mean, I don't have a Wii U, so I can't comment on it, obviously. But you still hear people talking about it. It's was one of the best shooters of the year,
And the
even
thing
though it
about
wasn't really a shooter.
yeah, and the thing about Splatoon is that it was, and a lot of people felt like the hindrance of the game was the fact that it didn't have voice chat or
I
it didn't
was
actually
one of those
kill
people.
people, and it didn't do a lot of the classic shooters. But Nintendo isn't really that kind of system. So a lot of the people that picked it up were kids, families, whatever. And they basically turned it into a family friendly competitive game where even if you aren't like a kid, you still have a lot of fun doing these challenges and competing against it. And it basically did what Mario Kart did for the Wii U, and it became one of the biggest games on the system. And that's why I think it belonged on this list, even though both of us have never played it. It's still. Oh, they initiated something. Sorry.
Okay,
Um,
it's
it,
fine.
it still was one of those games that it really made a big difference. Kind of like Hyrule Warriors, which that came out last year, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that came out last year.
That was technically 20. I think that was 2014.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was November of 2014.
which is one of those games that I almost bought a Wii U for, and then they announced it was coming out for the 3DS, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah, I did
sure.
that too. I did that exact same thing too. I'm like, I'll just wait for the 3DS version now.
Which is actually better because you get all of the DLC plus extra characters for it.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
perfectly okay with
they have
that.
the extra characters. They have Linkle. So that's coming out actually in. Do they have a date for that, or is it early 2016?
I think it's like February, March.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they actually had it.
It came out already for I think Japan,
Is it already in Japan?
probably.
Nah, I don't know.
Okay, so
Anyways,
other stuff that came out that we kind of could talk about. I talked about
March
actually.
25th, by the way.
Okay, that's fine because I think everything the I think Fire Emblem If or Fates comes out February,
It does, early February.
so I'm
I
okay with
know.
a March date.
I know this.
So the next game that came out that we've gotten a lot of playthrough, it came out as a beta originally, open beta. If you
Yeah.
owned the original game, was Don't Starve Together,
Yes, the multiplayer version of Don't Starve, which
which
was great.
we love. I played more of that than the original game.
I do too. I don't play. I refuse to almost play. I almost refuse to play it single player now because of how much fun it is to play multiplayer.
Yeah, well, I mean, because you don't have to worry about as much. Like you have to worry about food and stuff, but
Yeah.
otherwise, it's not like you have to worry as much. And so it's been a real blast to play. They added the extra DLC to it. The thing about it is that they just introduced Shipwrecked, and they've announced that they're not going to necessarily support that with Don't Starve Together because they want to focus more on single player content moving forward. Because I think Don't Starve Together kind of blew up, and
I
now the
think so too.
people,
I think it really kind of put them in a weird spot where yeah, they could make a multiplayer game, but they don't really want to make a multiplayer game out of it. I feel like they kind of threw Don't Starve Together in there just to appease people, but
Right.
now it's a little questionable whether they want to
Thanks.
do that for real.
Yeah, and so they really fun game, multiplayer, open world, survival title. I've gotten a lot of play out of it. I really enjoy playing it with friends because then I can focus on
Play it
other
all the
stuff.
time. It's great.
You okay? Your computer die?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not working, which is fine. It's okay. I'm fixing it now.
Okay.
Um,
Next
just
up
keep playing.
is Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, Blizzard's MOBA. I've played a fair amount of it. Probably not as much as many people have played MOBAs, but it's a really fun free-to-play MOBA in kind of the vein of League of Legends, but I feel like a lot less intimidating than a lot of them. It's definitely set Blizzard apart in terms of the MOBA market, if you will, just because of how much it kind of not dumbs down, it simplifies a lot of the MOBA aspects that are really hard for new players to get into, and a lot less forgiving, I will have to say.
You
But
played
it's
the
been
beta for that, didn't you?
I played the crap out of the beta, and I have it. I bought the actual like full release when it came out, so I have not every, but a bunch of the heroes, which is great. I mean, I'm one of those guys. I'd rather pay for it than unlock stuff, you know, piecemeal.
Which we
But,
did with Brawlhalla.
which is Brawlhalla, which we'll talk about as well. Um, so yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's a game that's more of a game I'll go back to more often than like Dota. I feel like I can pick up and play a game of Heroes of the Storm rather than like I have to play like 6 games of Dota to like work up to it. It's just easier to play. It's nicer to play, and people don't yell at me, which is great.
That is important. That's why people like Splatoon.
That's why people like Splatoon. Yeah, it's just I don't get yelled at for not knowing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. It's a lot less forgiving.
All right, so I can't scroll down yet because I'm in the middle of a battle.
I got it. Batman Arkham Knight is next on the list.
Okay.
Ooh, that had some problems, didn't it? That was not.
Yeah, I didn't ever invest in that game. It only has problems on specific consoles, though,
Well, PC, I guess, is the big issue.
which was,
Uh,
yeah, I guess the issue is that they outsourced PC development
yes.
and they didn't
And
check the
QA.
work,
Yeah.
and the game released and was literally unplayable. It wasn't like simple things kind of like Assassin's Creed Unity where it was like, yeah, it sucks, but it's not
We gotta fix some
broken.
graphical stuff, but yeah, this was like totally unplayable.
Like they
Almost as unplayable as Killing Floor 2 on my PC right now.
It was so unplayable. They took the game off the market. They issued refunds for everyone. The people that held out, the game came out a few weeks ago, and apparently, still not great. Still not great. So, a lot of concerns about that. Works fine on everything else, but definitely not. What am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing.
Definitely not on.
On PC, it just blew up, and it's only recently, according to some people, become playable even, and even then, it's people are like it's barely playable. It's I don't know. That was a kind of a botched release, and it kind of sucks for the Arkham series to kind of end on that sore note. But people who played it on consoles were totally fine, so that's cool.
Except for
And everyone liked
the
it.
car, the Batmobile. People thought the Batmobile was just awkward.
Yeah, they did a bunch of Batmobile scenes in it that were not fun. Like you had to drive the car around on walls and shit. It was not. I don't know. It was very difficult. Speaking
Yeah.
of driving cars on walls,
Speaking of segues,
Rocket League is the next on there. Holy fuck, that game blew up.
Rocket League Game of the Year successful title. Introduced the game originally on PlayStation as a free game for PlayStation Plus subscribers. Kind of got a little buzz because it also released on PC at the same time. And I believe it was 5 million downloads of the game in 1 month.
I
which is
believe so.
downloads. That's not purchases, because I mean, of course, PlayStation Plus members got it for free and counts as downloads. But 5 million downloads first month. I think they're at like 50 million now or something like that, and they made a bunch of money because their DLC game was solid. Very
Yeah.
solid. Their DLC was all aesthetics. If they introduced new maps, those maps were free for everyone, even if you didn't buy the DLC, which is huge.
Yes.
But it was just very strong. I'm gonna die.
That's fine.
Not really.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, it blew up on streaming. It blew up on YouTube. It's become a very good game. And again, another one that you can pick up and play a couple of games and be totally fine. Um, that's probably in my very very top 5 games of the year. Uh, just because of how fun that game is, time after time. I can play that game for hours and hours on end with no problem.
Right.
Um,
I mean, I
moving on.
haven't really gotten into it, but it's been a lot of fun. Their mutators, their introduction. I know a lot of people are like, how can you keep playing a game that's like soccer cars? That's it. And you're just,
Soccer cars.
that's,
The premise is so stupid too. Like it's like soccer but with cars, right?
yep,
Like
that's
that's
a
it.
true
That's
statement.
that's the whole thing, and it's great.
And it works
Uh,
because it introduces a bunch of things that change it up, like hockey and bigger balls and slower balls and multiple
that
different players and challenges of like rankings that it just becomes a really fun game. And it's just goofy as hell because you're driving an RC car and playing soccer. So, the next one that I just recently got into, but Troy, you picked this up basically on launch, The Swindle.
the Swindle, yeah, it's an awesome like rogue-like heist game too, but it's totally fucking unforgiving.
Oh my
Um,
God, I suck at it. I straight up suck. I played it a little bit,
yeah,
um, and just like one mistake, and then you're like, there goes all my money, there goes my
that's it.
character, there
Yep,
goes all the things.
that's
I only have 100 levels to win this game. Oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah. You can only play 100 missions until the game like ends, and yeah, you will die, and you will lose all your money. And if you take like a bad start, you will just totally bomb the game.
Crash
Um,
and burn.
yeah.
How's the game
Uh,
going for you?
it's not going for me. I'm verifying the cache. I'm reading like guides while talking of like, here are 10 fixes to try and get something to work. It doesn't work at all.
Do I really only have 85?
Fucking stupid killing floor. Um, so yeah, that's good. That whatever.
The next
Swindle's
one,
fun.
which is also
Finding a
roguelike, and
yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, roguelike
Go ahead.
and a lot of fun. Oh, why aren't you filling?
Yep.
Oh, I don't
No.
need money. Oh wait, is Binding of Isaac,
Yeah.
but
There
it's
you go.
not Rebirth. It's Afterbirth, the new DLC, and I thought this was significant enough to include because the DLC was essentially a new game, added a completely new experience, added a new game mode, added daily challenges that you could compete against each other,
Yes.
and overall was just a really solid addition to the game. And it basically revitalized the title. The title was already spot on in terms of random generated worlds and experiences because you would randomly generate your character each time based on the items that you found.
Yes.
But then they introduced this game, and it was just genius. And then there was the virtual reality thing that they did that as well, augmented reality gaming in the real world, where you basically send everyone on a scavenger hunt to
ARG.
unlock. Yeah,
ARG. That's one. I was like, what the hell are you talking
I don't
about?
know. I
Dude,
don't
they
know
didn't
what
do a
ARG
VR
stands
thing.
for.
Alternate reality game.
Yeah, so it was basically just really spot on what they did and really genius. And I was following it the whole time. Love it. Lots of fun. I don't know. I just threw it in there. The next one, speaking of lots of fun that we love, Brawlhalla. Are you not looking at the list anymore?
I'm googling everything I can to get this game working. I cannot. It keeps minimizing itself when it starts, and it won't like come back up. It like keeps force minimizing. I'm looking at every thing here, and everyone's like, "Oh, reinstall it, or Alt Tab, or like verify the cache." I'm like, I'm doing everything I can. It's not working. Um, It's everything I'm trying. It was working when I first started it, and then I like alt tab to do our stuff to get stuff going, and it stopped working on me, and I'm sad. I'm working on it. Brawlhalla. Let's talk about Brawlhalla.
If all else fails, we can play Brawlhalla after this.
We usually do.
Brawlhalla was a game we discovered at RTX. It had been in like alpha status for a while. We saw it when it was closed beta. We had access to it through the convention, and we became really good friends with the developers.
God, yeah.
And basically, this now open beta, free to play PC brawler is
Yes.
one of the best games I think available right now. Free to play, fun, especially considering the only other brawler people compare it to is like Smash, which is limited to Nintendo consoles. So it allows people who don't have a Wii U or a Wii or a Nintendo 64 to play a quality brawler.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's PC Smash Brothers. Um,
Which they will say, don't ever call it that. That's not true at all.
don't do that. But it is like the arcade fighting of Smash Brothers, that kind of platforming fighting. Uh,
It
but
doesn't.
it's totally, it sets itself apart immediately.
Yeah, it's
But
like it doesn't have specific character features. It's more focused on the weapons, and each
right.
legend has a different combo of weapons, and no two weapons are the same. And that basically allows you to kind of pick a legend or play with different legends if you're more skilled at like an axe versus a sword, and just kind of brawl each other, take each other out.
Yeah, like I said, we've been playing it a lot. It's a lot of fun. Another one of my like top 5 games of the year. Immediately off the bat, it's been so consistently good.
And the devs too, they say that they'll release a new weapon on average every 6 months, which introduces a magnitude of character combos,
Yeah,
and they release a new legend every month. And they'll keep producing that as long as people keep buying it and playing it. And you can actually unlock legends using in-game currency, and the only reason you'd buy like real life currency is for aesthetic stuff. Like there's no
yeah,
advantage to
taunts
it.
and junk. But yeah, I've bought the founders pack thing, so I didn't have to worry about it, and it's great. I don't know, I love that game. It's so much fun, and
Right.
the developers, like you said, the developers are so nice.
Yes,
They're some of the nicest guys.
we had an interview with them earlier this year. If you guys want to check out a previous podcast, we actually talked to them about the whole arc of creating the game and then what we can expect moving forward. So if you guys want to
Yeah,
check that out, feel
it's
free
on
to check out
YouTube
one of our previous ones. Oh no,
and Twitch, I think.
I'm fighting the patriarch.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not that good with him. He disappears a lot. He's a pain in the ass. Okay,
Submerged is the next game on this list. I haven't played it, so I
I
don't know what
played it.
this
I
is.
liked it a lot. Submerge
What
was
is
by
it?
the guys that created BioShock, and it was a oh my god, a non-fighting, like basically exploration where you go through this area, you explore this submerged sea, and kind of unlock the story of how you got there.
Oh, this is that game.
Yeah, it was like one of the first games I ever streamed.
Yeah.
It's very short. It's about 2 hours long, and you unlock the story of how the village kind of got submerged and how you ended up there with your family background and why you are getting these specific things happening to you. And it's very, very kind of mellow, casual, play it through type title. Wow,
What?
the boss just got wrecked.
Oh,
Very beautiful. I think it's one of those games, if you're looking for a casual game and you see it on sale, you should pick it up. Like I said, it's by the guys who made BioShock.
is it? Mm-hmm. Like the guys who quit. Oh yeah, I guess it's
Yeah.
the guys who got left out in the dust from Irrational, just down the road.
I got a USB. What does that mean?
USB?
Yeah, I just
USP.
USB. It's a in-game item. I think it's an in-game unlock.
Oh, nice. I think.
It's a skin blueprint.
Yeah. Sure.
Requires a Zed Killer blueprint key to open. Contains one of the following rare or better weapon skins.
Oh, it's a chest.
Yeah, I got a
fucking-
chest.
Chest, basically.
So I'm assuming I don't know how to unlock keys.
You probably gotta like buy the keys. It's like Team Fortress 2, I'm assuming.
So I got a rare chest.
You got a rare chest that you have to buy a key to unlock.
249.
Yep. That is the good old fashioned Team Fortress 2 model.
I don't know how I feel about that. Okay,
Yep.
so let's focus on other games that don't really make sense that seemed like they had a lot of potential, and that was the Flock.
Flock.
Ooh.
Oh, that was about to go. Flock's big gimmick was that the game was going to be over and done when a certain number of people died in the game, right? When
Well,
when it reached counter.
they had a counter that was essentially there's this many lives left.
Yeah,
Once we hit that many deaths, then the game's going to hit basically the climax where it's going to be a specific plot is going to open up that will have a timer on it that everyone can complete, and then the game will end. I wonder what the Flock's at right now.
I wonder what it's at too, or whether it will ever reach that stage because I don't know anyone who's still playing that game. I don't know anyone who would
Ooh,
play that game at
I
launch, to
like
be
that. I
honest.
like that notice. The bad news is that we need more time to deliver the promised content update.
Oh, good.
That
Hey,
that was good to
I got
see.
Killing Floor working, by the way.
Did you? I just left.
Okay.
You want to host the game for me?
I will. Let me turn on like windowed mode so this doesn't happen again.
Yeah. Okay. So the Flock. That was a like one guy. It was kind of like a red light, green light game where basically
Exactly. Was
you, yeah, you are the main leader and you try to catch people with your light and freeze them, and you get points for how long you stay as the leader. And if they tag you, they become the leader. It was red light, green light. It was
it was
interesting.
that's
Concept was
exactly what it was.
interesting. The game just didn't feel fun after a while. Like it didn't
Didn't feel
have.
fun like 5 minutes into playing it. It just wasn't fun.
Yeah, there was not a lot going on in the game. So that's about it.
Are you not showing your screen for some
No,
reason?
because I closed the game.
Oh, are you restarting the game?
Yeah, if you invite me,
Oh yeah, okay, I can do that. How do I do that?
I need you to.
Online matchmaking?
Yeah, and then to the right is there's the plus buttons, and you just say
Invite friends.
add.
Oh geez, I have a lot of people on my friends list.
I'm under a
Uh,
Lucy.
invite.
There it
Go.
is.
What's the next game on the list? While I'm
The
doing
next
this,
game is Until Dawn.
I didn't play it. I don't have a PlayStation.
Okay, I played it. It was a very interesting game. It was the Butterfly Effect game. I don't know if you saw it. It wasn't that scary, but it's a horror game enough that you probably wouldn't want to watch it.
Nope.
It was essentially, it had a really good concept of your actions have consequences, unlike Telltale, where it's like no matter what you do, that person's going to die anyway. Like specifically, there's points in the game where it will branch out and be like, oh, you did this, it's going to branch out to this action. Or even if you're this type of relationship with a person, that's going to cause certain things to happen. For example, if you had really big romance with a girl, there's this scene where they basically start making out in the cabin.
Yeah.
And like the more romantic you are to her, the more clothes that get taken off.
Yeah.
So thanks for. I thought you already invited me.
I invited you about 40 times. You haven't clicked it yet. And then I
I
looked
did
over
click
at your
it.
camera and you're gesturing and talking. So I
No, no,
figured,
I did click it.
oh, there you
Luke
are.
wanted to play.
Invite them. I don't care.
Invite. I don't care. He's watching, so that's fine.
Oh.
Let's see if anyone else is in Killing Floor too.
Um.
So it was really interesting because it had a real impact and it had a real concept of like you could say Telltale games you could play it through, but the character's still going to die. In this game, they're legitimately are going to keep killing this person, saving this person. Your actions specifically have consequences, not only just a one-time consequence, but the branch could go like completely to the left, completely to the right, or eight options in between. So there's a really huge impact in the game that introduced this replayability. Really pretty, like lots of Hayden Panettiere was in it.
Ooh.
Save Hayden. And
Yeah.
they actually
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
exactly they actually had enough interest that they decided to make another one, which wasn't on
Really?
the they weren't planning it. And they're like, yeah, we're now considering a new one. It probably wouldn't be the same amount of characters, but who knows?
Are you ready to start playing?
I don't know where Luke is. I invited him. I don't know if he's AFK.
All right, I'll give it another second.
But the next one is we'll kind of keep moving because we're about 50 minutes in.
Oh,
Did you
Jesus,
play
are we
Mad
really?
Max?
I did. I did. It was okay. It wasn't amazing. It was a little grindy towards like the middle, and I got bored of it really fast. There were also like 10 other games I wanted to play at the time, so it
I heard it was a good for a movie game.
yeah, it was a great for a movie
You
game,
can start
but
it, by the way.
okay. But it was just kind of like whatever kind of game. It was very grindy. It felt like the game should have been released like 5 years ago, kind of thing. It had that kind of like model to it. I don't know. It
Okay.
looked good, but like the gameplay of it didn't really work.
Okay. So we'll move on to the next one, which we both played. Lovers in a
Eh,
Dangerous Space Time.
Yay! It's a really fun co-op game too. Did you play it co-op or solo?
No, solo.
Oh,
Oh,
I
hey, we
played
have
it.
Gadolf the Fabulous in our game. That's great.
Cool. What?
I don't think you're in the game yet.
No, it's still loading.
So I picked it up before you did, and I played it. They have an AI option where you actually tell the AI where to go. Not that
Yeah.
great, but
No.
it's really strong in terms of multiplayer because it's essentially, and I'm assuming how you and Sin did it, is like, move the shields, shoot him there,
Is
go
exactly
this.
what it
Yeah.
was. She was on always on the weapons. And I think I was on engines and shields or something. Yeah, we basically like here's what here's what we're in charge of, and let's do it. How do I ready up?
Um, you'll use your bumpers. But I basically turned my AI to shields, where I'm just like, hey, just control shields the whole time. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Really fun game, very indie. I don't think a lot of people noticed it. I actually got a few people to pick up the game because they were watching. So like, oh, this is a cool game.
Yeah,
Couch
it's a lot of
co-op, though. Another couch co-op.
fun.
Next up
Yes.
is Undertale.
Undertale, the game that everyone is giving Game of the Year.
Did you play it?
I played a good portion of it. I did not play all the way through it.
I played like
Just do it.
the
Why
first
am I so-
map. It's slow motion. When you headshot, it goes to slow motion.
Oh.
It's fun to get used to. Can't turn that off.
Oh.
Um, oh, I don't know why I did that. I forgot what bomb
Wow.
I have.
Oh jeez.
So basically,
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
oh, hold on. I'd like to not
Where's
die.
my gun? Where's my gun?
Rip. I'm so used to playing a different character that I'm about to
I'm so
die.
used to not playing this game.
So Undertale, I only played a little bit of it. I mean, it's an interesting RPG. I think the biggest thing that was interesting for everyone was the bullet hell aspect. Oh, I'm so gonna die.
Yeah, the combat, like you could avoid or do combat based on like how well you avoided basically bullet hell like mechanics, which I am bad at. So
Right.
that, that
And
was why I probably wasn't very good at the game.
And what was interesting too is that there, like as you said, you can avoid combat. Yeah, there is a whole game mode where you play as a pacifist and you don't kill anyone. And there's versus genocide where you kill everyone versus neutral where you don't kill anyone. And they don't tell you that, but it
Yeah.
unlocks the special endings. And so, like, depending on which one you play, it's going to change the length of time and everything like that it takes for the game because obviously avoiding everything versus genocide where you
Killing
literally have to kill every single monster till they stop spawning.
Yeah.
And so I went neutral for a little bit of what I've played. I need to go back to it. I just wasn't in the RPG mode for that.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. I was just not in the mood to play like Earthbound again.
Right.
Um,
And it's got
which
the
is
story. Like, you're there for the story, so you kind of
Yeah.
have to be ready to experience that story
yeah, which I was not. I died obviously,
already
very quickly.
or in the
Yeah.
game.
Huh?
I was like, already or
In the game.
in.
In this game, the game we're playing right now. I
I,
died.
I was just wondering if you died in.
Real life?
No,
Undertale?
in Undertale.
Oh, I've died in real life a lot of times.
Me too.
Yeah.
You should be
Hey,
back
I'm
alive
back
now. So you want to use your main weapon,
Yeah.
like your weapon set. You're going to see the store now. You want to use specifically the weapons under your class.
Where's the store? Is that what this blue arrow
Yeah.
is going to? Oh. We're gonna have to play this. Because this feels fun. I don't know if I'm having fun, but this feels like it should be fun.
So your support.
Yeah?
Yeah, so you are going to want to buy shotguns. You can still use your pistol to headshot.
Okay. R3. Oh, this is... Ooh, okay.
Just focus.
Alright.
You're not going to have enough money now. Just
Have money.
refill your inventory.
How do I refill my inventory?
On the right side, it's going to say autofill. It
Oh,
says
like that.
A. Yeah.
Yep.
And be careful. Don't sell your weapons until you buy a new weapon. I've made that mistake way too many times.
Okay.
Follow me. Okay.
I don't know. No, I don't know where the buttons are. Okay, what's next after Undertale? Everyone's giving Undertale Game of the Year. I don't know if it's Game of the Year, but that's just me.
It's a game.
Everyone's like, it's a game. It seems pretty cool, but it's like whatever. I'm not. I don't know. It wasn't as feature rich as I think it like
I
game
don't
of the
want to
year
be
in my
here.
mind.
This is a
Thing
bad place
is,
to be.
but
Sports games.
sports games. I there's a guy next to you.
It's fine.
Um, NHL 16 this year was actually good, or decent. I can't see Dick. Is there a flashlight?
Yeah.
Yes, got it. Oh God, I wish I hadn't turned that on.
You're only gonna have it for a
Um,
certain amount of time.
Madden 16 was supposedly pretty decent. That's about it for sports games. To me, I'm not a FIFA guy, so I can't comment on FIFA.
Wow, we're having a fun time, aren't we?
Yeah, I don't know
Okay,
what I'm
so sports
doing.
games, Elite Dangerous.
I didn't. I played it in VR at PAX for
This
PC,
is
but
the absolutely fucking worst place to be. I'm gonna run. See you later.
uh, uh,
Come up
I'm out of
here,
ammo. Where? Oh,
up
up
the
here.
steps.
Okay.
We want to go away.
Okay. Oh.
Just stand here where the
Ow.
blue light is.
Ow.
Stand where the blue light is.
Okay.
Okay. There's a shotgun over here if you want to grab it to the left.
Okay. Hang on. To what? Where?
Shotgun.
There's a big guy with fat.
It's
Come on.
fine. Just, he's Fatty Magoo. He'll puke at you. This is why we shouldn't have fucking started here. I don't know why we did this. This is the absolute, like, worst place to be right now.
What else is on the list for games?
Keep talking and nobody explodes.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So this is primarily a VR game. We actually played it at.
Come over
what the
here.
fuck is
Follow
that
me.
guy?
Turn around. Turn
Why is
around.
that guy
Come on.
glowing?
It's fine. This way.
What way?
Oh, he shoots fire.
Where? What way? Oh.
Watch out. He's gonna shoot fire right at you.
I played it at PAX.
He's fucking attacking
with
me.
Justin from Concal, and it was a lot of. Where'd you go?
I have two bitches on my face.
Oh, there you are. It was so much fun. It's essentially the most literal multiplayer game it could ever be. You have to rely on another person. One person can see the bomb. One person has a printed out manual of like how to defuse it. And I'm out of ammo.
Just, you'll change. There's an ammo box right here. I'm gonna grab it.
Okay.
Because then I can use my grenade. Step in the blue. Step in the blue.
Oh, over here. So you have to defuse a bomb. It's really difficult at harder levels. Sin and I played it without the VR part of it. You can play it with just pointing the monitor away from people. And oh my god, it's one of the most frustrating and fun and stressful games I've played in a very long time. It actually makes me want VR more, just to experience it in VR again. Hang on, let me autofill. How much? Where do I see my money? Oh, never mind. I found it. Whoops! I threw a grenade.
Really?
I didn't mean to.
Alright, I'm gonna go back
So-
upstairs because this place sucks.
How do I switch? Oops! I threw another grenade.
So the next one, Prison Architect went out, another game that went out of alpha into,
Yes.
out of beta. That was alpha to just release at that point.
Yes.
That game's a lot of fun. I actually played it as soon as it went out. Don't piss yourself when the big ones come. Troy, that's you.
I'm already gonna piss myself when the big ones come.
We said a lot of ones and zeros. That's why he's saying that.
Yeah.
That's our levels. I might jump to my other support class.
What else what's next on the list?
Minecraft Story Mode came out this year.
Didn't play it. Not a big Telltale fan.
All right, we'll just go to the big games. Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. That is what Unity should have been, I feel like. They should have given Unity another year and did all they did for Syndicate. A lot of people are like kind of criticizing it because it is more the same. But I feel like if they hadn't released Unity a year ago, it would have been a much better release. So yeah.
This fucking siren.
That's Syndicate. It's probably one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games in a while.
Oh,
What else
okay, I'm
came
dead. No, it's fine. Halo 5.
Oh God, another. I mean, I fucking love Halo, so this is great for me.
You're not even looking
Um,
at chat, are you?
I can't look at everything at once.
It's fine, no one's talking.
Halo 5 had a great, well, decent story. Um, oh God, oh God, is it just me? Is everyone else alive?
You're
Where is
backing
everybody?
yourself into a wall.
Where is everybody? Can I
No,
sprint?
there's a few people alive. You're fine. Gadolf's doing great. He's right behind you.
Okay. Hey, bud. Uh, the multiplayer was great. I'm a little question. I still question the rec packs. It's kind of like, it's pay to win. I feel like a little bit. I have issues with Warzone, but they they overall they made a great Halo multiplayer game again. I was worried again that it would also like it was too Call of Duty ish, but they really I think won me over a lot on that one,
Okay,
which is great.
let's talk about Fallout 4.
Let's talk about Fallout 4. How many hours have you put into Fallout 4?
Only about 40.
Oh,
Not bad. I know, I haven't put in a lot because I've been focusing on a lot of other games too.
I have a lot of time into Fallout 4.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm in my achievement mode right now.
Oh,
Of
okay.
getting every achievement.
Yeah, you were talking to me about your strategy for the final story to get the perfect ending.
Yes, so I've done that. I've got my perfect ending. Now I'm going through and getting all the achievements, like, crafting everything and doing all that kind of shit.
Oh,
So,
okay.
fuck.
I mostly got distracted with the house, the building mechanics, which I know you flipped your shit over when they said that you could craft bases. So how do you
Yeah.
feel about base crafting compared to how excited you were before to what we see now?
Um, I am overall kind of meh with the crafting. I liked it when it came out. I like it now. I think my main issue with Fallout 4 that I feel like a lot of people are having is um it seems to be relying a lot on the modding community to fix a lot of issues, like making crafting actually useful and like building management actually doable. There's a lot of headaches with crafting that I feel like, especially the base building, that are really annoying. That it kind of drives me away from it. So I don't know. I'm kind of hot and cold on the whole thing. So yeah, that's that.
I
That's
like
how I feel
building
about
I
that.
like building bases. I think bases are great. Are you really just throwing up money? I'll take some money. Thank you.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh shit. Do you drop any more money? Damn it.
What am I doing?
What do you mean what are you doing?
Do I? Is there any upgrades or anything I can
Yeah,
do?
you
Or
buy a new weapon and you sell your old one.
oh, I can't buy them yet. Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
can't
want to
afford them.
make sure that you when you sell stuff that you don't sell and not able to buy. There I'm like, you guys want to hang out here? Okay. This is the
Can't afford
worst
them.
place ever. I'm gonna
Um,
go this way.
so yeah, I'm really waiting for the modding tool to come out and really see how the game kind of shapes up. But it has so much promise. Bethesda games are traditionally so moddable, I guess if you will. So if there isn't issues people are having with it, they'll be fixed with modding. But it sucks to have to say that for a full AAA release.
Yeah,
They're
and I think they did sacrifice. I mean, they acknowledged they're like, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
what?
My controller just disconnected. Oh
Oh,
no. Oh no, I don't know how to use this without a controller.
are you using keyboard and mouse?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
I looked at the controls at one point, but I
Oh
forgot
my
what they were.
god. Oh my god, I'm like
Just come
zoomed
back up
in.
here with us. Just shoot. I'm sure right click is probably aim down the sights.
Why did my controller disconnect?
Is it out of batteries?
No, it's plugged into USB.
Oh, I got nothing then. Um, but yeah, Fallout 4 I think is my game of the year, just because I'm going to be playing it for a while yet. Uh, this guy's not dying, and I don't know why.
Who are you fighting against? The big guy?
That big guy.
Yeah, he's a main boss. So
Oh,
yeah,
good.
he doesn't really die easily. So just enjoy him spinning around and taking a lot of your health out of you.
Yes, he is definitely doing that.
Why was my controller disconnected?
Is there is there friendly fire?
No,
No.
not yet. Okay, am I good? I'm good? Thank fucking God. Jesus.
Got it.
I'm
So yeah,
back,
Fallout
baby.
4.
Alright, Life is Feudal.
Oh man, that game, another early access to full release game that didn't really.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, I bought it when it was early access because it showed so much promise. It's basically a Minecraft medieval building
That's
simulator thing.
$40 early access.
Yeah, it was a big early access game, but I got it while it was on sale, some sale. I'm not sure which one. It was like the only time it was on sale during early
For
access.
$30.
Yeah. And man, it was kind of a disappointment. There were so many bugs with it still while it was in early access, which you can excuse those a little bit.
So like Ark right now.
Yeah, sort of. Except I still have issues with Ark. God, I died.
Yeah,
Did I
that's the
die?
biggest thing about this
Died.
game is figuring out your health.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play this because I like this. I like this game.
You'll get it, and then you'll just freaking wreck everything.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Where were we?
We have Life is Feudal.
Life is
Star
Feudal.
Wars
Okay.
Battlefront is next.
Battlefront, another
Jesus
blah
Christ.
game. It looks pretty, but I got tired of it after the beta. It had no depth. There's no opportunity for like
No story
long
mode.
expansion. No story mode. I'm okay with. I mean,
They-
it's more of a build your own battle simulator kind of thing.
They're
which
not
is okay.
including the movie in the game as well. Like they're not expanding it to include.
They will. The DLC will include those.
They
is
said
what
no.
No. What?
Said no.
There's
They're
Battle
not.
Jakku.
Val Jakku is not part of the movie. They're
Yeah,
not.
It's up to the movie. They're not doing DLC for the movie.
Nope. They're not including anything in the movie.
All right. Fine. Well, they didn't really do any like ground battles in the movie though. Right.
Right. I mean, who knows? They could have done.
I mean, they did a couple.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe they could do that one where they go to the whatever place. I don't know if I can spoil that movie yet or like talk about that movie.
You
or
can't.
how
You're
much I
not
can
allowed
talk about
to.
it.
You're not allowed to till it's out of theaters.
But I don't know like how much you can even talk about. Like there is a land-ish battle, sort of.
It's
I don't
been
know if
out for a
battle.
week. You can't talk about anything.
Like, I don't know if it's like a battle though. But when they're in the middle of the movie, when they're in the place, the this movie's cantina scene basically. They probably could have a.
They could. Yeah.
I don't know.
The problem is that
Uh,
it wasn't like they had a bunch of versus troops. It was like air versus ground. There really wasn't much going on. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, Rainbow Six Siege.
Great, actually. Surprisingly, their multiplayer turned out to be a great game. I think a lot of people were worried it was just gonna be another kind of Rainbow Six game, but the multiplayer is great. I like the squad-based combat of it. It's just it worked out really really well. There's a lot of depth to the classes. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of strategy work, and the PvE modes are probably one of my favorite modes in the game. Absolutely love it. Will play in 2016.
So
Where did everybody go?
that is my last. That's the last game on my list.
That's the last game on the list?
Yeah, that's the last game. Now we can talk about in general. I mean, that's the big announcements, big game releases. Of course, there were other games that came out that didn't make the list that I've been playing the shit out of. You too, Troy. I'll start with
Yep.
mine. I just recently started exploring Jotun, which I'm actually doing a glitch pitch on probably later this week.
What is it? Because I still am not 100% sure what it is.
They say it's inspired by Journey, the story and environment of Journey, versus Shadow of Colossus.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I was busy being mauled by a linebacker with chainsaw hands.
Oh, the Flesh Pounder.
Yeah, that guy.
Don't worry, I'm about to die too.
Oh my god, he's just ripping through people.
Yeah, he's a flesh pounder. He pounds flesh, and I just got puked on. I don't know why I'm stuck into this game so much. Good night. Alright, so it's just because
Okay.
because people keep fucking taking me to these dragging me to areas. Okay, so Jotun is basically, it's a hand-drawn 2D action-adventure world-exploring game where you
Yep.
go through these worlds, collect runes to unlock boss battles like Shadow of Colossus, where you fight the giants of Norse mythology.
Okay.
It's very atmospheric where certain times you'll be walking and it will selectively pan out so you can see the background that will showcase maybe another map versus maybe the boss that you'll be fighting, or maybe just kind of saying like, hey, here is the great anvil where they forged the hammer of Thor. Mjolnir. Mew Mew. Um, Beautiful title, very relentless, like punishing. It's very difficult, like Shadow of Colossus. Like you have to figure out how their weaknesses are, their attack patterns. Lots of health. If you get hit once by these Jotun, you're gonna lose about half your health.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's like kind of like Ori or yeah, Ori's Forest or whatever that one. It's one of those really quiet releases that deserves a lot more attention.
So
Um,
why isn't it on the list?
oh, because I knew I was going to talk about it at the end. Just like I know
Oh.
you're going to talk about Terraria.
Yeah, but why is it has it been out?
Yeah, well, it came out like a month and a half ago. It wasn't on the major release list. This list was
Oh,
compiled.
okay. This is more of a quiet release.
Yeah, it was a Kickstarter. Oh, we
I got it.
lost.
I
Getting
mean,
off the Gate off the Fabulous is probably like, good damn all those level zeros and ones.
that's my fault.
It's fine. I'm gonna leave because we're kind of done anyway. We're just gonna talk for the last like 10 minutes. There's no use to start another game.
Whoa, I got a bunch of team awards. Oh my god, I got a lot of awards. Oh no, I didn't.
No, those are everyone.
Those are everyone's awards.
Did you get any?
No.
You should have gotten experience. You should have leveled up.
I did get experience, I think. Maybe. Experience. I did not level up.
Ooh.
How do I leave?
Press
How do I leave
start
the game? Uh-huh.
and then right bumper to exit to
The
title
title
screen. I
Got it.
mean, you don't have to. We're probably not gonna play another game. We're just gonna talk for another
Yeah,
few
right
minutes.
now.
But I guess that kind of like just
Okay.
Ori and and all that stuff, like the really quiet release indie titles that are just really pretty and atmospheric. It's not a long game and it's only about like $15 right now. It's on sale for $10. But it's a fun experience. And I think it's a game that I read the Kickstarter. Originally it was a Kickstarter and it actually delivered on time, which is rare for game
Yay.
Kickstarters. They had I don't know if it's procedurally generated, but there's a new game plus. But like some of the
Oh, cool.
challenges are essentially defeat this giant in 60 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there like, how the hell are you gonna do that in 60 seconds? Oh my god. I don't know. Maybe it's because you can unlock more health and damage, but
Probably. Yeah, probably you keep leveling up or something. Do you
yeah.
level up? Is that a thing?
You don't level up strength and stuff, but you unlock basically god powers by visiting shrines during every level. And those powers could be like a healing spell or like strength, Thor's strength, which enhances your attacks or
Right.
speed, all that stuff. So,
I see. Okay.
right. So
Okay.
it's a really fun game. I mean, I would strongly suggest people check it out, and I'm going to be doing a glitch pitch probably tomorrow on it. We'll see.
We'll
Um,
see.
I have the script done. I just need to find time because we're also supposed to do a game of the year list. I don't know when that's going to
Yeah,
happen.
we'll figure that out.
Friday's free. I got lots of time
Friday's
on Friday.
lots of time on Friday.
Other games that we didn't really talk about. Did you play Besieged? Besiege?
Besiege? Is that what you said?
Besiege? Yeah.
Besiege? Yes.
When did that drop? This year?
I mean it's still in early access. It's still like not even close to being
I got it
fully
in the
done.
humble monthly.
Yeah, it's not done. Don't think it's done. It's got a while out. They've been releasing a lot of Oh, hey, we got 5 new levels actually on the 19th. Now that
Oh,
I just clicked on it to see the updates, but yeah, they've been constantly adding new maps to it and new levels, slowly, but they've been doing it. A lot of fun. The physics kind of siege game. It's got a lot of promise. I'm hoping they can build up the full release, but I feel like they've been releasing like 5 levels at a time. I'm gonna beat the game when it releases. Like when
yeah.
the last 5 levels release, I'm gonna beat the game. There's gonna be no point in going back and replaying
It's
them.
kind of like Polybridge, which
Yeah, a little bit.
Polybridge has been taking over games, our gaming, or our games,
Yeah,
with the just
the
really funny
gifts.
stuff people do. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that where it's the physics based, and we talked about it too with Kerbal Space Program and Minecraft. They just had a big competition where the 10-year-old kid won $10,000, or no, maybe it was only $3,000,
Hmm.
but he won a bunch of money for a school competition for a video game. So gaming has become very edutainment in a new way.
edutational.
Um, Another game of the year for me that we didn't put a lot of things like re-releases, which you'll talk about. Dark Cloud. I've been playing it on, it's an old PlayStation 2 game. I've been playing it on PS4, which is kind of the first time they've introduced the virtual console. And they said they're coming out with Dark Cloud 2 eventually, and it's done really well, not a lot of glitches. They updated the graphics. It's worth dropping $15 to play it again.
Mm-hmm.
No achievements though, which kind of sucks. But
So my games, my stuff. Uh, so okay. This is a new release, but you said not to put it on there because it's not the new release.
it's a
Launched,
re-release.
Terraria launched on Wii U and 3DS, but I feel like this is a totally new thing for Terraria. Terraria is like a 2D version of Minecraft. It's been out for a couple of years now on PC. It just launched on Wii U and 3DS, which has one of the big differences. It has the touch screen, and it's part of it. It's better than the mobile touch screen where it's kind of dingy and kind of hard to use. Having the screen and then having the touch screen under precision like block placing and stuff is amazing. I over the last week I have God knows how many. Can you see how many hours you play in games on the 3DS? I
No.
played
Oh yes, you can actually.
nonstop,
You can.
nonstop for the entire week and a half that I was playing that I bought this game. It's friggin' amazing. I have no idea how to do it, so I'll have to figure it out later.
Yeah, I played. I think you can. I think you have to go to like history or something in the settings or the
Game notes
profile.
maybe.
Yeah,
Nope.
probably.
Yeah.
Um, I know. I just basically said if we didn't have time, I didn't want to talk about something that's like essentially, oh, they added touchscreen because that's you could argue.
It changes the entire game having the touchscreen. It makes it so much different than just having, just a general like re-release. This is a totally different thing now,
Okay.
and I love it. I have no idea how to do this, so I'm just not gonna.
All right. And what else is on your list of things you've been
Uh,
playing?
my other game of the year that has nothing to do with my actual game of the year list is a game called Atomas. Atomus. It's a mobile game actually, and it's fucking addicting as hell. It's one of those dumb mobile puzzle games that is super addicting, and I love it. Atomas, uh, and I love it. And people should go check it out if they have a Android phone or iOS. It's on both. Um, yeah, that's my list. Those are my two optional games. Other than that, my other game of the year, retroactively, is Rez, of the video game music rail shooter game released by Sega in Japan in 2001 for the Dreamcast and PS2, and with a European Dreamcast release and a US PlayStation 2 release in 2002. Retroactively.
Is this like what's that one RPG game that you tried out that you gave a 3 and then replayed
No,
it?
this is the one that everyone yelled at me for never have heard, not have, for never heard.
Legends of Eisenwald?
No, I've never heard of Rez, and everyone gave me shit about not hearing about Rez or not knowing what Rez is after the PS experience.
So did you
Like
play
the
it?
No, I didn't play it. I just watched a video of it. And I'm like, this is dumb. But you know what? Fine, game of the year because I should have known about some dumb PS2 game from 2001.
Isn't this what's that damn game that they just kickstarted that
I don't know.
Funhouse made fun of? That was really
Oh,
stupid.
Shenmue?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shenmue, right? Yeah,
Yeah, where
Shenmue.
it's like
No,
everyone's like this
actually
game's
apparently a really
great.
good game.
So
That
apparently
everyone's like,
Shenmue was too.
this is like revolutionary for rail shooter music video games. But you know what? I didn't play it because I didn't have a PS2 in 2002.
Wow, God, guys, be nicer. Damn.
I'm sorry.
I mean, they need to be nicer.
It's
Not
fine.
everyone can be paying the
No, it's fine.
PlayStation
It's my
2.
fault.
Okay. Trying to get your back.
No, it's fine. It's my fault. Anyways,
I'm sorry.
anything else you want to talk about?
No.
You're playing.
I'm playing Binding of Isaac right now. Mr. Omega. I don't know. It's I guess thank you guys for a great year.
Yeah.
61 episodes of our podcast. That's crazy.
We also, I mean, this was our big year. Actually, this was our first full year, and it was a lot of fun. We did a fuck ton of daily glitches, a fuck ton of convention coverage, interviews. We basically redid the podcast. It's been big. It's been a big year for us, and it's been a lot of
Basically.
fun. And I'm excited to see where it goes from here. We're gonna have a lot going on in 2016. We're gonna have a lot of some cool changes, and
Yeah, we have a lot
I'm
of big
excited.
plans that we're still kind of trying to initiate. As you've
Yeah, we
seen
gotta
with
work.
like the glitch pitch and everything, is that it's finding time. I think the biggest thing is I had a lot of big plans and I got a new job,
Yeah,
and that
we
kind of took a lot of my free time because they actually
same.
check my computer.
Oh,
Well, they don't check
they're
it, but I'm in a space where they can easily walk in on me
an
doing
open
stuff.
office kind of thing.
Yeah, and so it's like it's
Yeah,
not
I
as
also got a
easy.
new job where I can't view like gaming stuff, which is really annoying because that's and I actually am working. It's a job I actually have things to do all the time, which sounds weird, but now I can't do all my research that I used to do for daily glitches and stuff. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
so
we're, we're
it's
gonna we're gonna retool some things, but it's gonna be 2016 is gonna be a cool year for us, which is wow, you killed that guy really fast.
I did. I dropped a bomb on him and it was
That was like one hit.
surprisingly fast actually.
Yeah.
I don't have any
So yeah,
keys and I have one key. Oh god damn it. They just exploded. I can keep playing and we can just talk about random shit while I do this. The finish is daily
uh,
because people love watching the daily.
okay.
I don't know.
What do we have to I mean,
Or we can just stop.
I like I do. Are we good on game of the year stuff? Is there anything else we want to talk about? In terms of, like podcast wise, we can still stream. I mean,
I don't know.
just start streaming now, but
Well, I'll probably stop after
it's
I'm
not
done
like
with this game.
not like podcasty. Oh,
Uh,
you mean you don't want to take away from the game to stop? Is what you're telling me?
yeah, well, it's because people like watching this shit, so I don't know.
Fine,
I mean, I can stop. I really don't
that's
care.
cool. It's
But
cool.
I'm trying to think of anything else that really impressed me. Oh, this is the absolute worst. We'll just do that. Um, I don't know. Like I've been playing like I said, I played the crap out of Jotun. I played the crap out of Fallout when it first came out. What would you say your top 5 games are for the year?
Fallout 4 is my number one. As for like the order of them, I don't have, but in there is Rocket League, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. Um, what else did I say? There was another one that was in there that I can't remember. We just talked about it. What was that game I just talked about that I liked? I have to scroll through it. Hang on. I have to scroll through my list again. Because I closed my actual list. Fallout 4, Rocket League. Nobody keep talking. Nobody explodes. Invisible Ink is actually one of my very favorite games this year. Invisible Ink is like a spy version of XCOM. It's like a tactical, turn-based kind of stealth
Oh,
game.
you know what we didn't talk
Loved it.
about? This war of
What?
mine.
Ooh, shit. That was last year, wasn't
Was it? I don't know. I just started playing it, so I'm not sure.
it? I think that might have been 2014. Let me look here. Why isn't it on my? Because I can't spell, is why. Let me see what year that released. 2014, November of
Okay,
2014.
never mind.
But they've been updating it a lot over the last couple months.
They added
Uh,
modding,
they have added modding.
which is a lot of people are really excited about because modding kind of, I don't know. They said the biggest thing I saw was like, does this mean I don't have to deal with depression anymore?
What?
Because they didn't want it. They wanted to mod out
Oh,
depression.
they want to. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, depression is the worst. It was a super sad game though. I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, that probably would have been in my top games for 2014. Um, but yeah, it was a very very good game.
I know.
And they released a tablet version, I think, very soon.
I started playing it, and when you say it's depressing, like I got to the point where it was like the guy asked for food. I didn't really do much with that, but then I got to the old couple. I don't know if you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same each time.
No, it's not. But I know I've seen the old couple before.
Yeah, where it's like, hey, my wife's sick,
Yeah.
and you like, I don't feel comfortable stealing this money, and then all your friends are like, oh, it's good that you stole the money. It's good that we did that. You know, it's just really fucking depressing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
Peep. Oh
It's very
no.
sad. Um, yeah. What else? I don't really know what my top 5 games are. I still have to think about it because there's been a lot of games I spent a lot of time in this year, but some of them didn't come out this year. Like Crusader Kings 2 still sucks up a lot of my life, um, despite it being like a couple years old now. Don't Starve Together, I would say, is up there. Probably in my top 5.
I guess the
Uh,
big question is like, how do you compare your top five? Is it like the most time spent versus like quality experience? You know, because sometimes you play a game like an RPG and you don't get a lot of time spent on it,
no,
but
every minute in Crusader Kings 2 is well spent in my mind. Um, but God, it is just yeah. I've sank like 90 hours of that game this year alone, and that's like late night gaming. Like where I'll start, it's a total time machine game where you throw it in, and then 4 hours later you look down and you're like, oh, it's 4 in the morning. Shit.
yeah,
Um, Brawlhalla, that was the other game in my top 5 this year.
Brawlhalla.
I'm scrolling through my list here to see what I missed. Yeah, Brawlhalla is definitely up there as well. Um, it was just a solid game this year. I mean, the developers have been super awesome. We keep telling the story of we were at RTX and we walked by this big Brawlhalla booth and we pick it up. We're like, well, let's stop and play this real quick. Let's just see what it's like. And um, we both loved it. And then we just kept going back. We every time we walked by, like, let's play another game of Brawlhalla. Brawlhalla was fun.
I think it
And
was the game of that conference of like the have to
totally
play.
between that and for me, Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh
I
yeah,
fell in love with Siege. Not game of the year, top 5. Fell in love, but it was just a very fun experience. It's exactly what I wanted out of Rainbow Six game. But Brawlhalla stole it. I mean, and the developers have been so awesome. Blue Mammoth Gaming Games have been great guys to talk to, and they definitely care about what they're doing with their game and their community, which is a good thing to see, a great thing to see, um, especially with like indie devs who are small studios like that and don't have a lot of people. It's great to see that they actually care about what their community's doing. What about you? What are your top 5 while you're playing your game?
I would definitely say Brawlhalla is up there. It's a game I played a lot. I really respect the developers. I think it's really great. Jotun kind of sold it for me this year. Just a lot of really interesting stuff happening with that game. Um, Really fascinating, surprising game. I mean, I saw cool stuff about it. Rocket League, I guess, was well done. I'm really impressed with the developers on that one too. I think it's a really cool game. Haven't played enough about it. Haven't played enough with it. Fallout, for sure, is my game of the year. Um, in terms of the most gameplay I've done with Fallout, Fallout's the game probably put the most hours on of a new release.
Yeah,
Um,
probably agree. Where does Witcher fall into your top
I
games?
didn't really play Witcher that much.
Me
D-
neither. Like it was a very good game. Same with Syndicate. Like it's a very good game and I liked it, but I don't know if it's in my top 5. And just in terms of like what I played the most of, it, what I wanted to keep going back to. I mean, the fact that we both kind of picked it up and went, all right, this was cool. Moving
I
on.
mean, it's what I
Kind of speaks
expected,
to it.
I
Yeah,
guess. Like that's the big thing is I expected what I got from it, which isn't a bad thing.
yeah,
But I also kind of know how I tend to play games like that, and I very much I'm the type of person that like I need to be in a very specific situation to play that
hmm
game, and I wasn't in it this year.
yeah. I
Like
agree.
like that's the kind of game I'd play in college where I have a lot of time
Right.
to get away with
Absolutely.
stuff, and like
Yeah. Now
now,
our time is a little bit more valuable. Maybe is the wrong word, but
right,
we've
and
got more we need to do.
so it's not that I hated it. It's just that I didn't I don't know, like it's kind of like Dragon Age Inquisition as well. It's a great game, but I just never could put the time in it
Right.
that I wanted.
That was last year too, right? Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was last year.
Oh God,
Yeah, another
bullet
game like
hell.
I couldn't sink the time into it that I wanted to. But Yeah. What else? What else is in your top? I assume this is in your top
Yeah,
five.
and I just died. Yeah, I mean, it's always been really good. I did not do
Spoiler
well.
alert.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, I was getting wrecked.
Spoiler alert for me, not for the stream, because it'll happen when you happen in the stream.
Leaderboards.
Anyways.
Let's see how my friends did.
Oh man,
Not
it's really sad to
terrible.
watch that happen.
Me die?
Yeah. After you said it, I'm like, oh no, it's coming. Where's it going?
Luke wrecked it. All right, well it's about an hour and a half, so I guess we could end it there.
Yeah.
Thanks guys for watching as always. Happy New Year. I don't know
Happy New Year.
what I'm gonna be
Thank
doing
you for
tomorrow night.
2015.
If I'll be
Sure.
streaming or not. I might be, I don't know. Probably working on the video.
I will be. I'll be streaming tomorrow.
You're not doing anything for New Year's?
Oh wait, yeah, I will be. I'll be streaming during the day when I'm not doing anything.
Oh my god, I was like not looking at chat because I didn't think anyone was talking.
Honey Pop. Luke's been playing a lot of Honey Pop.
Oh, Honey Pop?
Pervert.
That we can't
Uh-huh.
stream that game.
We can you?
No.
Oh,
I didn't realize there was so much conversation.
there's a bunch going on. Someone wanted you to show your feet for $25, and I almost sold you out for it.
You want me
So,
to? You want me to show you my feet?
I don't think the guy's there anymore, so like don't
Yo,
bother.
dude. Who is it?
I don't know, some guy.
Can I donate? We'll give you $25 if she shows her feet.
I
Yo,
don't know if
dude,
he's
for
still here.
sure. I can give you my. You want to tip me? That's fine. I'll show you my feet.
Oh, hold on. Tip us. Tip us. Not you.
You can help us get a
Us.
new. I'll show you my feet. Look at these. Look at these beautiful socks.
I think the whole thing is like bare feet, but whatever. That's cool too.
There you go. There's my feet. Shoot me a message and I'll
That
give you
was
the donation
over an
stuff.
hour ago. By the way. I
It's
don't know
okay.
if he's
It's
still
fine.
here.
It's fine. He's still here. All right,
Good.
guys. Enjoy my feet. Thanks as always. We'll see you in like 2 weeks
Yeah, 2 weeks. Exactly 2 weeks.
for another
So,
fun podcast. And thank you as always. If you guys want to check us out, we have our Twitter handles below us. Follow us, the
Yep.
Elise, T Ferio. As he said, Troy has been streaming Psychonauts full playthrough, so definitely check him out.
Yeah.
Follow us to see when we're streaming personally. You can follow GlitchFeed at GlitchFeed to check out all of our daily videos. And glitchfeed.com will also take you to our daily news videos. If you haven't watched them yet, leave us a subscription, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think. We really appreciate that feedback. And I don't know exactly what's coming out tomorrow, if it's a daily or if it's just a glitch pitch. We'll see. It's New Year's Eve, so who knows what's happening.
See.
Probably not anything, but we'll see.
see. We'll see.
It's a holiday, but thanks, guys, as always. And
Yep.
we will talk to you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Toodles.